All right, welcome to the class, everyone. And again, like I said, I'm sorry we don't have any music today, but something's going on with my iTunes. That's always something, isn't it? Well, welcome to the class. Now, we are starting into the new year, and I am going to be teaching you over the course of better part of this next year, a brand new class which kind of dovetails with karma. And it is an ancient form of yoga. We'll be doing the same physical part, but it's a different philosophy. And it's a philosophy that I have been following for years. And it is one that will take you down the pathway to prosperity in life. And so it has really proven to be such a wonderful philosophy for me that I've written a book about it. And I'm going to share it with you guys as the first people to know anything about it over the course of the next year. But before we jump into that, it's very important because it does dovetail with karma, and that is what we have really been studying. So I want to just go over, make sure that we get the fine points of karma, because you'll see how those fine points will come over into the next philosophy we go into and will help you to be able to get on that pathway to prosperity. So remember, life becomes what life does. As they say in karma, don't fall into DGAP. The four great passions of deceit, greed, anger, and pride will surely get you into trouble. As you move through life working on your karma, each of the troublesome four will also try to attach themselves to your work. And if you let them, your labor, your life will become a labor of burden as opposed to joy. So let's remember the four great passions. Don't fall into DGAP, deceit, greed, anger, and pride. And then there are the troublesome four. And you'll see how they come together. Envy brings with it deceit, which confuses acquiring for achieving. Many people are good at acquiring, but not at achieving. Greed brings a lack of contentment, while anger leaves us wanting to inflict misfortune because of our sense of pride. Our sense of pride is misdirected and we feel inferior. Jealousy is often disguised in deceiving ourselves into feeling threatened. Greed comes along to make us feel a loss of control, while anger adds suspicion and pride leaves us without trust. Resentment's deceit is in blaming others and not taking responsibility for our part. Do we really think we had nothing to do with the unfolding of events in our lives? Resentment gets attached to greed, leaving us measuring success by outward appearances while feeling angry because the world seems unfair and disappointing. Our pride kicks in to make us feel a victim. And finally, revenge deceives us by getting into our heads. We are the ones who suffer when we deceive ourselves with thoughts of greed, fueled by anger, and enhanced by self-deserving pride that seeks to even the score with an eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth. To combat all of these eight, it takes work. That's karma. That's why we're here. And we're going to begin right now by, I'd like you to take your left foot and place it up on to your right thigh. If you can, this is called the Prosperous Pose. And we're going to sit in this pose and do an Om. So hands on your knees, close your eyes. And remember to really let your Om vibrate out. Now here we go. Inhale. Om. Pick your left leg up and cross it over your right and come into sitting cow. Take your left hand behind and the right over and lift your chin and look straight ahead. Align your spine. Now breathe. Release your hands and let's cross it over to the other side. This is really helping to open up your hip flexors and give you a nice stretch through your spine, right under, left over. And breathe. Now release. And let's come on to the back with the knees bent and down. Palms down. Now push yourself up into the bridge as you come all the way up into the bridge. Make sure the chin comes in and the shoulders are pushed back and you're all the way up nice and strong. And I remind you, it is important to connect, to bridge what happens in your material world with your mental world. Make that bridge of one of strength, and then reach over and stretch. Always remember to stretch and open yourself up to knowledge. Hips down, legs out, and arms come rolling back, and relax. Arms up, make sure the shoulders are on the mat. As the palms come together, point your thumbs back towards you. Then lift and reach. Back, down, shoulders, hands down, and let go. All right, let's roll over onto our hands and knees and start with the stretch first up onto the balls of the feet. Little bounce of the heels. I'm gonna make sure we loosen everything up and then roll it out onto the balls of the feet. Try to push the fingertips into the mat. Let's get the full body engaged in moving and warming up. And then drop the heels down and move your way up. Lock into the hips and then drop the chest and the head. And if you want to overcome the 4 great passions and the troublesome 4, it's going to require work and discipline to hold. But at the same time, you have to know how to let go and not hold on to those things. Right leg up, come through, and let's go to the sleeping swan. Come on down to the mat. Let go of your body. Then bring it out with your hands at your shoulders and push up. Start first by looking straight ahead and then lean back. Feel that movement going all the way down to the base of your spine. There's a lot of nerve endings down there, so we put a little pressure. And then when you drop down, releases that energy up your spine. Come on back into down dog. Push down and think about what you're doing. You're disciplining yourself, you're holding yourself, but remember to let go. Left leg up, come through, fold down, and relax. Hands out, up. Start first looking straight ahead. Pay attention to your spine, straight line to the base. Then release back and feel that energy move up your spine and come back into down dog. Continuing with strength into the plank, up on the balls of the feet, forward. Lower your hips, try to make the straight line. Lift your head, look straight ahead. Bend a little. Get ready for the push off. Here we go. Push and roll back. Again, up, forward, drop hips first. Lift your head. Bend a little. Here we go. Push and back. Knees, fold your arms, come down. And then up onto the knees. And let's begin by doing camel today. Knees are slightly in, hands on your lower back. Whether you go full or you only go modified, everyone start this way because this helps to support. Make sure you go back straight rather than going to the side. So you're taking your spine all the way back, hold it. Then 1, 2, drop your head back and breathe. Up slowly, cross your arms, come down to the mat. And then let's come up for the sitting Zen. No matter what you do in life, you will encounter the 4 great passions and the troublesome 4. They are everywhere. It is important as the world, the chaos is moving around you to take a moment and as they present themselves, just be content with where you are at, be at peace with what comes at you, and draw it in. Close your eyes. Take this moment and take 3 deep breaths. As you sit here in this moment of quietude, this is how you work through the 4 great passions and the troublesome 4. But like all of life, it keeps moving. So open your eyes. We have to keep working. Let's come on up. And we'll start with finishing up with the spine, making sure we keep the spine healthy. Think vitality. Your spine, all the nerve endings, how important it is, and keeping yourself flexible and vital. Pull your belly in, take a breath. Come on down, come on up, reach, and breathe. Back to the mat. Take your right hand, sweep over to your left ankle. Here comes the twist, up. Try to look over your shoulder if you can. Pull your belly in tight. Swing it over to the other side. Same thing, hold. And then back to the center. Bringing it up by placing your hand on your belly. Pull it tight. Rest. Here we go. Come up. Center first. Up. And pull in. And standing prayer. All right, we'll switch things around a little bit today. We're going to do a sun salutation and a moon salutation before we get into our balance. For it is important for us to praise both the sun and the moon. Stand tall. Here we go. Inhale up, exhale down, left leg back. Feet back and lift. Remember to work on your strength every day as you come forward. Keep yourself flexible as you go into cobra. Down, push back. Takes work, step, step. Find your balance as you come up and be at peace. Other side. Inhale, exhale, back, back, lift, roll it to the mat. Come on up, down, back, step, step, up, and in. And of course, to thank the moon. Inhale up, Exhale down, take it back, open, center, pull up, hold, down to the mat drop, fold down, come up, go back open, come in center, come on up and hold, and down, back, drop, fold. Here we go, arms up over your head, arch it, really come back and down and come up and center. Step to the middle of the mat, feet are out. Now we're going to first bring the layers of energy together. So remember, in this world, there is the physical world. So come in, touch the sides of your body. And then there is the aura and the astral and the casual. So we're going to touch the body, fingertips, come out, tap into those layers of energy and bring all of it back to your center. We want to balance out the energies of our being. So physical, here we go, push out, come back, and come down to the center. Hands to your side, shoulders back. Here we go. We're going to find that wonderful place of balance. And how we find it is we take ourselves off balance. So everyone, lift the big toes. Let the body work a little harder to hold itself in space. Now switch to the other big toes down and little toes up. As well as balance, this is really doing a lot of work on the bones and the muscles and the tendons in your feet. Think about how wonderful your feet are, how many places they take you. All right, here we go. I want you to really enjoy this moment of balance. Drop your feet down, roll into the mat and let go. And there you are, feet on the ground. Perfect, beautiful. All right, now we're going to take it to the tree. So the great passions come in, the troublesome four, and what do? They always throw us off balance. Let's bring it in. And sometimes we have to find our balance with just one foot on the ground. You can't have both on the ground. So let's practice that with the tree. Start here. Go ahead and adjust your foot now where you want to go with your tree. Lift it up, shoulders back, sinking into your hips, chin is up, and you're looking straight ahead, and hold the pose. Go up and open. And up. Pull down to your heart. Take a breath. And on the exhale, put both feet on the ground. And you find that wonderful place of balance. But remember, in life, we can't always have both feet on the ground. So something throws us off and we come in, and we have to find our balance even when we don't have both feet grounded. And that's what the tree teaches us. Start here, go where you want to go, shoulders back, sink into your hips, hands in prayer, chin is up, look straight ahead. Go up. And open. And up. Now pull down, take a breath, and on the exhale, put your feet back on the ground. The stress and the chaos and all that stuff is moving around us. It is important that we are able to detach and let go and find balance. And that's what the dancer pose is about. It's about letting go of all that stuff and just finding a moment of balance. So standing tall, you're going to lift the left leg up, find your balance first, and then from your fingertips, reach out into the dancer's pose. Take yourself all the way out. And pull back in and step back in. It can be difficult to find and maintain your focus and your balance when we get distracted by all that stuff. But the idea is to let go, focus, and be in the moment. So the other leg, bend, reach out. And again, if you want to modify this, drop your toe, reach out. You can also hang on to a chair. Get a full pose. And pull it in and step onto the mat. And there's that beautiful place of balance with both feet on the mat. But life is not like that. Life is continually moving. All right, now we will move into strength 4. That is the other part of working our karma. We need our strength. So let's step into the triangle and take your moment to align yourself. And let's go 1, 2, 3. Now pull back. I'm going to start in a modified. So the modified, if you're keeping your hand up here, not going into a full, it's important to throw that shoulder back, arm up and open. I can do that here, and I can do it all the way down here, and I could go all the way to the mat. Wherever you want to go, open your chest, shoulder back, and reach, and breathe. When you encounter the 4 great passions, or the troublesome 4, they can become a burden. They become heavy. Think about when anger comes in. If you're feeling anger, what a burden and how heavy it is, just like your arm. So what do? We'll let it go. And if you let it go and roll the shoulder back and pull your belly in and turn your head, there's balance. Know when to let go. Look back at the mat and bend your front knee and come on down and press. We want to build physical strength here, so we're building strength in the front thigh. Come under to wrap. Back up to press. Now the arm comes up, long shoulder, open it up. Now this is a long straight line. Hold it until you feel that tug coming from the waistline. Then you know you have the full stretch. Focus on the outside of the left hand and scoop around and come up and meet yourself at your center. All right, let's take it to the other side. Apart, you're into your hips. This is your strength. This is your base. You must have a strong base, and it must be in alignment. All right, 1, 2, 3. Now pull back and let's start modified and move your way down, but keep the shoulder back and the arm up. Feel the arm tingling and the movement and the heaviness. All of those great passions, whether it be deceit, greed, anger, or pride, are heavy when they come at us. So let it go. Roll the shoulder back, pull in, and look up. Come back to the mat Bend down and press. And again, I say to you, the vitality of your body, the strength of every part of your body, the health is essential if you are to work your karma. Take it under. Come back up to press. Shoulder expanded and stretched. When you're doing this, there's all kinds of fresh blood going into the shoulder and nourishing it. So then let's bring it around and scoop up and meet ourselves again at the center of our being. Okay, with our strength, let's do our warrior now. Come in, shoulders are back, chin is up. Warm it up first. Inhale up, exhale down, tap, tap, reach, and bring it in. Now step back left, right is forward, draw a straight line down into the hips. That's where your strength is. Always come from a strong base. Take the little sway out of your back, lift the shoulders up, chin is up and you're looking straight ahead, and begin to take some deep, long breaths. It takes tremendous strength to stop and focus, clear your head, and know when to act and react when those four great passions or the troublesome four come marching at you, and they will. What happens is most of us will lose our strength because we react quickly without taking the time to step back and find your strength and your grounding. Takes tremendous work. That's karma. Now take a deep breath and come on down. Shoulders are back and palms are up, and open up your chest. If you can catch yourself and take that little moment to just stop and see the four great passions for what they are, and be proud of yourself for having the strength to stop and hold and to let go. Take a deep breath and come to warrior two. And again, you're down through your grounding here. Remember, life will stretch you as far as it can from time to time. It'll stretch you so far from your middle. And that's when we have to remember to come back. Practice a little humility. Pull in, come on down. And come back up. Straighten, turn, and reach. And come back. And step in. When they do come marching in, all four of the great passions and the troublesome four, it takes understanding to understand truly what they are, and then practice compassion, understanding that we all experience these. No one does not have those in their life. So come on down, and from your heart, come on out and find that perfect spot of balance. Draw it into your heart, take a breath, and put your feet back on the ground. Remember, we experience those within ourselves, and we see those with people outside of ourselves, and we have to understand we all are subjected to these. It's what you do with them that counts. Come in, and we are going to now go on the other side. Come up and reach out. Find warrior three. Modification, go ahead and drop your toe. You can always reach and hang on to something. Pull in, take a breath, and exhale. Feet are back on the ground. And that's what happens when you take a moment to truly understand what's going on and show some compassion to yourself and to others. You find yourself coming back with your feet on the ground. All right, we're going to do the frog pose now. This is a health pose, and the reason for this is to get your cardiovascular going and also to work your second heart, which is your calves. Your calves are very important in pumping oxygen and blood throughout your body. So we drop down onto the balls of the feet, and I will do a 10 count. You're going to come up, dropping your heels, and down. Here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. That's it. Come on down. And if you can, roll onto the balls of your feet. Sit back a little bit. And we will find some balance. Here we go. To the knees. To the head. To the sky. To the head. To the knees. Now we're going to ground ourselves, drop your heels, wrap in, drop your head. Take a moment and clear your mind and just feel. Feel your feet on the ground, yourself closely connected to the earth, and then open. And in, hands in prayer against your head. Part of working your karma is being able to show some gratitude every day for even the simplest little things. So as you close your eyes, get a focus in your mind of something you can be really grateful for in this moment. And let's give it a breath. Take a breath and let it go. Come on down, bring your legs out for a little shake. All right, flexibility. It is important in working your karma to stay flexible. So modification, go ahead and set yourself up here with a twist looking over your shoulders, or the full twist, bend, come on in, lift the right to drop, turn and look over your shoulder. And again, reach as far as you can. Use your hand to support and push you up. Remember, it is important to know when to modify. Life will call upon you to be flexible, to move, to adjust. Make sure that you adjust and work so that you are working and not injuring. Take a breath and release out. Yoga should never hurt. It should challenge you, but never hurt. Legs to the side, twist for modification, left under and right up. And we do it on the opposite side. And as you turn and look over your shoulder, remember there are many ways to look at life. Take a breath, and on the exhale, let the twist go. Swing around, and let's consciously come to the mat. That means palms touch, elbows touch. You're consciously bringing yourself down, slide, hands, head, drop the shoulders. Everyone take a nice deep breath and let it go. Drop into the mat. And we take a moment to do nothing. Life is not about nothingness. It is about continual movement. It is about continual work. And so we're going to come back from this little moment of just reprieve and begin to do some work on movement and flow, which is important. All right, from here, scoot over and put your legs up against a chair if you want to, or the wall. Bring your legs straight up. Or everyone, here we go. Take a breath. And on the exhale, roll right up into shoulder stand. Get your feet up, tuck your chin, and focus on the movement, the flow that is coming down through your body. Life should never be stagnant. It's always should be moving. The minute it gets stagnant, what happens? It's over. So life has to continually be moving. And what you're doing is you're replenishing your body, also your mind and your soul, by allowing the energy of movement that pools at the bottom of your feet to come back down and work its way. Go ahead and open your hips a little bit. Give yourself a little, the starting of the hip flexor stretch in the lower back. Now bring your feet back up and start to crisscross your ankles really fast. Crisscross them as fast as you can. You are moving fast. And then we're going to come in and lock your ankles together, really press them together so you have that pressure point and hold on to it as you bend and pull yourself in to a tuck pose and hold. Focus right now on your navel point, on your navel area. For shoulder stand also helps us to strengthen that. And it is said in yoga, when that is strengthened, we are able to release painful patterns that we may be carrying with us. So remember, we get blocked from knowledge, feelings, vitality, and free choice. Bring it back up and go ahead. The next level of V, open just a bit more. And then bring this back up so that both feet are straight up towards the ceiling. You have that straight line. As we move through life, it's really easy to get focused and maybe to put too much energy in one place and neglect the other. So this kind of gets us to focus on the right and the left, and then how wonderful it feels to bring everything into complete balance. So to start with, you've got the rope around your right ankle, let it go up and drop away your left, and keep your focus right. And think for a moment, if we kept our focus constantly on the right and we never worked the left would become very weak and we wouldn't be able to walk and move and all of the things that we can do. So we need to drop the right and bring the left up and equally give it the same equal stretch. And most importantly, bring the right up to the left so we bring everything in alignment, in balance. It's got a perfect alignment and balance right now for stretch and open up in a V. Now come back up, and I want you to point the toes and do a little lift up towards the ceiling. That's going to open up that little spot at the base of your spine where there's all kinds of nerve endings. And when we do that, there's like fresh blood that goes in there to nourish it. And then from there, begin to bend your knees and come into tuck pose and hold for a moment in tuck. Now take a breath, and on the exhale, unfold. And when you drop into the mat, try to let the body go and the mind be still and do nothing. All right, it's time to come back to work. So let's roll over to one side, and then we will bring ourselves up into the hero's pose. Knees are together, feet are apart, and you sit between your legs. The modification is simply to cross your legs. I'm going to rest your hands onto your knees. We will do 2 of the lion poses now. Now remember, to work your karma, it is essential that you pay attention to vitality. And when you create that saliva in your mouth, there are very important enzymes that go in and help to digest your food. So this is really important for your vitality. Shoulders back, chin is up. Inhale through the nose, tongue out, and swallow. Here we go. Inhale. In, swallow. Good job. All right, we're going to do it again. Inhale. In, swallow. For your vitality. Okay, bring them together. And we'll come down this time with your forehead and your arms back and your palms up. And drop and release your shoulders. We're going to focus on the shoulders and take the breath up there. So when you inhale, lift your shoulders. And when you exhale, that's where you let the breath go. Here we go. Inhale. Exhale. Open all the channels that can reach up to the third eye. Remember, one of the things that blocks us from working our karma is when we block knowledge coming in. And that means the ability to observe and to learn from all different areas. None of us have all the answers. And so we open up that center by moving to the third eye. Hands up onto your lower back, and you can lift or hold. In your mind's eye, go to the base of your spine and take the breath to the third eye. Here we go. Inhale up. As you exhale, burst out through that third eye, and then try to keep drawing the breath in and out. Take a deep breath. And on the exhale, let your arms go, shoulders. Let that energy just fold in soft. All right, let's come up and we will do the Sitting Zen. No matter who you are, no matter what you have, no matter where you are at, we all are subjected to the 4 great passions and the troublesome 4. And they will never disappear. They are a part of life, and they are there for us to learn. So if we can find a moment of contentment with where we are at and what we have, and be at peace with them as they come, close your eyes, sit still. Now take 3 deep breaths. Now, as you sit here still in this moment, this is how you master your karma. The ability to come back from whatever's happening and find that peaceful place. It takes work. That's karma. All right, let's come to the symbol of yoga and come on into your cross, half lotus or full lotus. When we work our karma, we work it with our bodies, with our minds, and with our souls. It all three integrated. So come, hands behind, close your eyes, and just let everything come to the mat. Come up slowly with your eyes closed. Release your hands to your knees. And we're going to elevate and lift body, mind, and soul with the breath. Here we go. Inhale up. Feel everything lift. Hold it in that lifted position as you exhale. And you keep yourself elevated. Body, mind, and soul. Release your legs and come on to the mat. Come on down. And roll the knees in, push your feet up, come on up and grab your big toes and pull down. And once your shoulders are on the mat, close your eyes. All right, here you go. Take a moment to drift. As you're drifting, you'll notice it's peaceful. But we have all chosen to be humans, to come back here to Earth and experience all of the things that come with the four great passions and the troublesome four. And that leaves us all vulnerable. So hold still. Let's come to Earth in Pentacle. Take a deep breath. And as you exhale, fall down. And there you are, back to Earth. And you will encounter all of those, no matter where you are, who you are, you will encounter those in your life. But you know now through your practice how to find your balance, how to find your strength, how to stay flexible, and most of all, how to find peace. Bring your feet in and bring them close together and your hands down on the mat. We're going to come off from the mat. I'm going to ask you to inhale. I want you to lift your head, your legs, and your arms and clench your fists, tighten and tense your body. And in the exhale, we will drop back down to the mat. We're going to do this twice. So here we go. Inhale up, hold, hold, hold. You're ready, let go. One more time. Inhale up, tense, tense, and let go. Heels are together, toes go out. Start down at your toes and start to move up through your body as if you're taking like a soft blanket and just kind of rolling it up through your body. And as you move up, your body is just going to let go and just keep sinking into the mat. And if you encounter any place where it's holding or it's tight or it's tense, just give it a quick breath so we can let everything go, because that's where we find peace and contentment. Now take a deep breath. And on the exhale, let go into the mat. For you have worked today your karma, and you know now where to find peace and serenity. It is in that place of letting go, and being content, and being at peace. Now let's slowly begin to come back. Move your body. Connect with your mind as you roll over to one side. Now connect with your soul and bring body, mind, and soul up to easy pose. Hands on the knees, chin is lifted. And close your eyes and let's go to the crown. Drop to the base of your spine. Here we go. Inhale up. Now when you exhale, let the lotus flower open at the top of your head and just find this beautiful, peaceful moment right here beneath your crowning glory. Be careful not to fall into D-gap and be controlled by the troublesome four. Just be aware when they arrive. Trust me on this one, they will arrive one by one in a pair and sometimes all together at once. Acknowledge them and then investigate why you let these 8 get into your head and control your life in such a burdensome and impoverished way. What did you gain? Deceit, greed, anger, and pride will never be mastered by letting envy, jealousy, resentment, and revenge reside inside your mind. Be careful what you let occupy your mind, because what you let in your mind will surely occupy you. Take a deep breath and flip your palms up. And then take the index finger and let's address the ego as you feel that little pull and that little tug of the ego as it pulls you away. Don't forget to follow the guidepost as you work through your karma. That means to surrender, pull your ego in and place your thumb on top. Surrender it to your soul. And remember, above all else, do no harm. Be honest. Do not take what does not belong to you. And if you do take, give something back. Observe a simple and clean life. Be generous and give more than you take. Be content, but never afraid to reach out for more. Be open to knowledge, for no one has all the answers. And stay true to that which you are devoted. All of these should be done in thought, word, and deed. And now you are ready to walk the pathway of prosperity. Just remember, life becomes what life does. So work hard to master your karma, and you will begin to prosper. Bring your hands into prayer. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath. Let it go. Take a deep breath. Let it all go. And namaste. May you go with health, happiness, and peace. Thank you so much for joining me today. And congratulate yourselves for taking this hour to do the best thing you could have done for yourself, body, mind, and soul. And I hope you will join me next week when we begin to walk the pathway of prosperity. With that, I will come over and say goodbye.